Hello and welcome back. We're out on this windy Saturday night. It's not as bad as what it was the other night, but we're out. So welcome back to the channel. So today, before I put the bait out in the water, I'm going to show you how I've been baiting up lately. It seemed to be working just fine for me, so I'll show you. So obviously I'm just going to get my bait mate. I've cut up a little square bluey. Bind some elastic on that to keep it on the bait mate. Half a wing on there. I don't cut it lengthways, I cut it sideways, so it's like chunkier, if you get it like that. Then just half a body of squid. Take the spine out so it doesn't mask the hook. Then just over there again like that a couple of times. I wouldn't bind it on too much because it's forward out. You find you'll be able to push itself out. So that's what I've got. That's all I've been chucking out, not massive. So I'm going to get this baited up, put on, right, chucked on the hook, and we'll get it out there. So that one's out there. See, it's kind of big, it's about 7 foot. That's what it's forecast for. So it looks like it's going to be holding the rod. Got the rod down low, keep it out of the air from banging away. But we'll have a look at this. This could just be the tide, the swell. Sorry, not the tide. It looks like I'm going to be holding the rod most of the night. Yeah, they're not bites. That's just the undertow. Well, you're not for it to bite. You feel this through the rod. But what we'll do is we'll have to stand with the rod. Hopefully that rod goes. So I went a rock mark, fishing low water. Low water's 9:15, it's currently about 20 past 6 now, so we've got 2 hours down, a couple hours back up. Then we'll probably hit the beach for a couple hours. Just flooding tide for the last 2 hours of the flooding tide. So that's the plan of action of the day. But we'll see what happens anyway. It's massive, like the sea is absolutely massive. But that's what you want. Fishing with Connor as well. Connor's out tonight, so we'll see what happens. A bit of a ledge out in front of us where it hasn't emptied out yet, so we'll probably move on to there once it empties out. But I'm well away from the big swells anyway, so safety's paramount tonight, especially with these big swells. You don't want to be getting caught out. But anyway, I'm going to get back to this. I've had no but bother from the start. This is only second cast. I don't know how long I've been here now. So I baited one up, chucked it out, but it hadn't ebbed off enough to get into this platform. So the braid must just be rubbing against the rock because I pulled into it and I snapped clean off. So obviously I baited all that up. Wind's blew me rod out. Luckily enough, none of the ice is gone. So that's a bonus. I thought I was going to have to go back to the car to get my spare rod out. I think if I did that, I would have just went home. But apart from that, it's just been a nightmare start. So anyway, it's in the water now. So I moved further right. There's lads fishing where we were going to go and fish. So we're kind of going along there, but we'll just stay here, stick it out, see what happens. So had a knock before, reeled into it, and I got it moving for about 5 yards into a snag. Give it some slack, and I give it more slack. Try to get it. Then it just slipped the hook. I think like it did feel alright. So hopefully there's a few more. I've just seen a lad on our right hand side about 5 minutes ago. He's just pulled one in. So hopefully there's one here for us. Like But it's about 4th cast in now. It's about, I don't know, an hour and a bit till low water. Probably an hour and a half or something like that, and we'll fish probably 2 to 3 hours back up. And then we're going to go on that beach mark where I fished the other night, where I had that 7.13 for the last of the flood. See if we can get a cod out there. But the wind's dying off a bit now, isn't it? The wind's dying off. It was a bit hectic when we first got here, like, but as the night gets on, it's meant to drop off, so fingers crossed anyway. But it looks lovely out there, like, looks absolutely beautiful. Cod weather, lush. Up the curd, up the fucking curd. Up the curd, get a knock. Whoa, whoa. It's tiny that, like. No positive that. Let it develop, man. Let it develop, he says. Cod all hour. Cod shite all hour. Right, I'll give this camera away because it's there, HD vision, man. Right, I'm going to get back to this. Hopefully I can get a fish on camera for you, the neat. Fingers crossed. Right, now what's happening, like, I had a bite before, like, can't even bite. I was peeing about with the reel, just moving it, so I could get a turn on the handle if any slack on the line. And I could feel it just go do 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 do. No, and out. But saying that rod tip hasn't moved since, so who knows? Been eventful, like, there's a couple of knocks and that, but we'll see what happens. I'm a bit more hopeful for the beach later on, to be fair, like. But we'll have a few hours here. I think it's tell you the time. 9:15 is low water. Might change on the flood. We've got a half an hour till low water. Then hopefully the fish turn up, like, and on the flood. You never know, but did see a bit of action over there. I think he's coming further over here for a chuck, I think, like. Right, anyways, I'm going to get back to this. Me and Connor's just going to have a bit of crack while we're going to smoke a bit crack while we're fishing, you know what I mean? Yeah, puff dragon and that, you know what I mean? Chase a dragon. But nah, we're not really. We're just going to sit here and be, and is that a bite? Isn't it? No, it's a wind. Right, anyways, I'm waffling on a load of ball sack. Right, I'll get back to this. He's a lively bugger. What's his spot there? I've been chasing summit. So here we are. What's that? We were £1.50, £1.75. Did you say that? £1.75?
I won't that.
Give up a hell of a knock, like. Hell of a knock. I thought it was bigger than what it was, but obviously we're getting through the kelp, so that makes it a bit more difficult, like. But off the blank, happy days. First fish. Hopefully there's some more. I'm going to chuck him back. He wasn't that deep hooked, it was just in the side of his mouth, just a bit further down. But he's just spat out Baby Rockland, so we'll get him back, or her, or him. Are you a fish of them? Right, we'll get her back.
Shim.
Right, up the curd. I thought I lost him there. Gave off a cracking rattle. So boom, 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 picked it up. And I went again, reeled into it, gave it a couple of turns on the reel. I got it moving again, and it happened like what happened before, where like 5-10 yards on the reel. Then it got hung up again. Give it some slack. Fish swam out the snag, straight back in. That's how it's done. You don't want to be pulling at it. Keep pulling at it and pulling at it and yorking at it, you'll just bounce the fish off. Especially when you've got braid on. There's no stretching it. So you just lower your tip in, let some slack, not too much, just enough so that fish can get out the snag, bunch out the snag, try and give it a pull. If it goes, do that a couple of times, and if you can't get it going, you've got a rotten bottom on, hopefully it's snagged on your lead, so your lead will keep the fish on. But that's what I do anyway. That's it, and it's worked 8 or 9 times out of 10 for me. So you get the odd one where you will lose it, but not to be able to do it. You just got to have a bit of patience with it. There's no rush. You can get that fish in, just give it a bit of patience if you're hung up on the fish. And you got to york on it. I remember we're up Howick with Daniel Clusie, who fished with us, and he was hung up, and he had the same bother, but we persevered with it for like 5-10 minutes, and he eventually got it in. So it just shows, just be patient and you'll get it in. Because he was hung up for quite a while, and just give it slack after slack after slack after slack, and you got the fish. And it was just, I think it was an ounce under 5 pound, I think it was. That's how you do it. Right, anyway, we'll get back to this. So, second fish of the night, be 3.5 pound. Anyway, lip hooked, 3.5 pound. Give off a cracking rattle again, slack liner, pulled it in and I left it, then just went again. So there we're going 3 pound, up the cod, lovely stuff, absolutely buzzing, 2 fish. How Connor, let's get you one, son. Smaller baits, mate, they're doing the trick. Smaller baits, like I say, that what I was doing on the start of the video, that's all I've done, and it's proven to pay off first. So up the cod. So that was 3.5 pound. Just give it a quick weigh, chucked him back to make sure what he was. 3.5 pound. So about one just under 2 and one 3.5 pound. Can't go wrong, happy days. Back-to-back fish as well, so they're coming on. I think it's going to start raining, the rain's coming in. Like I say, slack liner, persevered, got it in. Hopefully there's another one. The time is, let's see, did they come on the ebb or the flood? So, on the flood, just as the tides turned. So they came on, possibly on slack water, then as the tides turned. So we might have a good couple hours here. So 2 fish for me efforts. Connor's baiting one up there. We just showed him what I've been doing with the baits and see if that changes anything from in there, because we're casting reasonably in the same place. We're not absolutely smashing the baits out. There's a scare right out, then there's like a gully that just flows straight through. So we're just chucking into that. I was just watching me rod there, but I don't know if you can see me rod. I stand on the other side, you might be able to see it. But happy days. I know the couple of lads along on our right hand side, they've had a few. I think they've had a fish that I've seen. I don't know if they've had anything more like, but seems to be a few fish about. Just want to get Connor one because I don't like coming out and having us both not catching, you know what I mean? But I'm going to have to get me double cup back on. Like, this is annoying us now, the single cup. I'm not really a fan of it. I need to get a new one for the bottom because it broke last time I was out. But it's fairly coming in now, like we're going to have to watch what we're doing. So I might have to step back a bit. But up the cod. Oh then. Right, Connor's off the blank. Nice little Tommy Codling.
New rod,
but he's getting the fish anyway. Just seen the bite there, we're just going to sort our stuff out a bit so we can make a swift exit. But he's getting the fish off the blank.
Rod and reel.
Christen the new rod and reel. Lip hooked as well, so he should go back, neighbour.
Sweet.
Get it back.
Up the cod.
Up the kid. He's getting one now. You want a little bit bigger, Connor?
Yeah?
Want a bit bigger next time, eh? Plenty of time, man. Plenty of time. He's buzzing to get a fish, man. You can see he's doing well there. He's only been sea fishing since November, maybe?
Yeah.
When did you start fishing with me? November?
Back in November.
Back in November, so he's not doing too bad, like. And his PB, what was it? 3 pound what?
3.2.
3.2.
Yeah.
See if we can beat that tonight, man.
Right.
No way. Once you get there, once you get that fish, then you're plain sailing, I'm telling you.
That's it, like.
We'll try and get.
Pays off, man.
I reckon we can get you a 3.5 pounder then, like. If we're going to do it on that beach.
That's it, like.
We'll see what happens anyway, but he's off the blank. Hopefully we'll get him a new PB then he's. I'll get another one in the water. Right, how then? So we're going to have another one here. Can back the van, possibly drive up to where I was the other night, see if there's anything there. What I was thinking about doing before we can, like, because high water's a 3:15 and we'll probably be off here by 11. So I can fill the van up with diesel, get myself a nice big coffee and drink it. Alright. I don't know what's happening with my line, like. I cast there and it's all the way down there. Holy crap. Never mind, anyway, it is what it is. Get back to this. I'm sorry for filling on my mic there. It was uncomfortable. There's definitely weird if someone just pushed onto that line. But we're out here, we're catching fish, that's the main thing. It's currently about 10 o'clock, so it's about an hour and 15 minutes after, yeah, an hour and 15 minutes, it's 10 o'clock. So we'll see what happens anyway. Right, we're going from here. So we're just saying we're going to have like one more chuck. Look at this, what Connor's pulled out, a double figure cod.
Yo.
Double figure,
£10.
£10. £10, no, £10.09. 10 pound, just over £10. Double figure. No, get me one. It's been me PB's, I ain't been out fishing in this for 2 months. Get it in. Fracking fish. You gotta send it back anyway. Get in, what a lump. For a lad who's been fishing since November and he pulls in a 10-pound cod. It's what dreams are made of, like the likes of me and that. I've been fishing for 5-6 years. And I can't even get out the 8-pound mark. But no, honestly, I'm out of the moon from like, well done, Connor. You know how it is. He's been through it all this year as well, you know what I mean? So he deserves it, like.
Aye.
So, aye. So it's a well-deserved fish. Out of the moon from. Happy days. When he says that's a big fish, I was like, nah, maybe it's 5 pound, 6 pound. Then when I seen the head, we're gonna have to move back. When I seen the head, I was like, whoa, massive that. I'm gonna have to move this back here. Hello, and welcome to part 2 of the video. I've just knocked it into 2 parts. And see what you think. Could be 2 parts, we'll see what happens here. But welcome to part 2. If it's part 2, if not, it's just part 1. But we're out here, and what a lovely fish Connor's just had before. Absolutely beast of a fish. 10-pound cod, double figure, £10 one, near enough £10 one was 10.09, so near enough £10 1 ounce. What a fish, mind. So we're back at the mark where I had that £7.13. We're going to fish this, the flooding tide in. Similar conditions. Obviously the rain has started. I've got the Century tea bag on. It doesn't leak water, it's just, it collects it, you know what I mean? I'm going to invest in one of the vast ones, I think. But we're out here fishing, and we've just put a rod in the water. Same tactics as what it was the other night. I did tell Connor before, same tactics. Then he's went on and getting that temp under. And that's what I say, I need good putting big baits on. Downsize your baits. So he's downsized his baits, and he's had a cracking result. So we're both on 2 fish apiece on that mark. But this could be possibly a new video, so it's level peg, it's like the scoreboard's 0-0. But hopefully we can get a few fish. Hopefully this rain doesn't persist, because it is a nightmare when the wind and the rain. It's not that windy compared to the other night, but just the rain and the sand sticks to you. So anyway, we'll get on with this, and hopefully we can get a few fish. Alright, we'll check this out. See if there's out on it. Out. Right, we'll get that changed out and we'll chuck it back out. think I'm getting little rattles. Nothing to shout about really. I mean the second cast on this mark, but it feels like I'm getting little rattles. I mean there's plenty of slack there. I don't know what's going on with this line. I'm just digging into the sand a bit. Aye, this little, it's gone like that. But now as the tide's building, as the tide's coming in more, we've got skiers out, and now the waves are getting bigger than the skiers. Now it's starting to get a bit choppy in this gully, whereas before it was pretty flat when we came. But now it's livening up a bit, so hopefully it pushes the fish in, and we'll get a couple for our efforts. I mean, I know it's we've already been out before this in a low water mark, but for you know how it is, we'll come fish high water. And as soon as I stepped onto the mark, the way I was the other day, the rain has just came on again. But it's meant to be in for the rest of the night, so there's no getting away from it. So it is one of them things. So I just had to keep me back towards it. And I mean, at least the wind's died off anyway, so that's a bonus. The wind the other night just made it unbearable with that rain blowing in your face. So hopefully the few fish come out. But we're still over the moon. Me and Connor went for a coffee before and to celebrate his double figure cod, which is a good accomplishment for him. Only been sea fishing since November. He came over from the carp world, fishing for carp. I think he's had carp within the 20-pound range and stuff like that, I think. So he's clued up in fishing, you know what I mean. He knows what the crack is and all that, you know what I mean. It's not like it's his first time out fishing, so he's doing well. Every time we come out, he's his good luck charm. There's always a decent fish, and it's happened again, so he'll be coming out more often and all that. Are you there, like? What? You hearing us? So he'll be coming out a lot more often and all that. Good luck charm. But come over from the carp world. He's showing the sea fishing lads how to do it. But it's this rain's not going to stop the night anyway, so I just had to sit in the Century tea bag. But this what are this? It just doesn't run off. No, it doesn't go through. It just doesn't run off. You know what I mean? So it makes us look absolutely soaking wet. Right. Anyway, I'll get back to this. Yeah, I don't know how well you can hear us, or if it's going to sound any good, because it's on my chest. There's not a lot happening. We'll be free forecasting. Hasn't been a lot. Hopefully it gets a bit better, standing in this rain. But we're full of hope. Off before, obviously, when your mate's catching big fish like that, makes you think there could be more fish round somewhere. But nah. Hopefully this cast and get a fish to the air camera. I've just put a bit of eraser on this time, just changed it up. So we'll see what happens and we'll get back to you if there's any developments. So there's not a lot happening here. I think we're going to give it another hour and then that'll be high tide, and we'll do our fun. We've been out since 6 o'clock and it's currently nearly 3 o'clock in the morning, so we fished the mark before 2 hours down, 2 hours back up, then we had an hour's break, coffee and that, and got down here for 12. So we'll see what happens. Connor's just had a collie. I've had an out down here, so it's a small little silver stinger. But I like to say I've had an out down here. 2 codling where we were at before, but we'll see what happens anyway. Just hoping that road goes. Similar conditions as what it was the other night, but like I say, it all depends on how they're feeding. More than likely full, like every fish that we had out here the other day was massive. The sea's been running for a while, but it shows there's a few fish out there. But I'm trying small baits. I might just put a big fish bait on the last cast and hopefully that attracts a nice juicy cod. Right, anyway, let's get back to this. So I've still got a rod in the water, but I'm going to pack the camera gear up and that so I can get the van quicker. So I'd just like to say a big thank you for everyone that's watched the videos this cod season. I don't know if I'm going to get out in February with the cod. I think my next trip's going to be on the race, but if it changes I might get out. I don't know, we'll see what the conditions are like. So thanks for watching over the last few months, it's appreciated. And I was hoping for that £10 cod this season, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And it would have been nice because a birthday present for us on Tuesday, but never mind. Anyways, I'm going to pack the camera up, and if I do get a fish I'll bring it to the camera, but it doesn't look that way. It's been dead on here the night. There's 3 of us fishing here. There's another bloke who just came up and set up next to us, and he's having out as well. So yeah, they're not here. It's one of them things. I've had a couple of fish out earlier on, so it makes up for it. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you when we see you.